This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for October 28th, 2024. Faith No More may officially have broken up. According to a newsletter sent to fans, Faith No More's co-founder, keyboardist Roddy Bottom, let it slip that the band is on, quote, a semi-permanent hiatus. The update comes from Faith No More after they canceled shows in the second half of 2021 as a result of Mike Patton's ongoing battle with his mental health. That eventually led to the announcement that they would be canceling their entire 2022 tour to give him the opportunity to focus on getting mentally healthy. Saying, quote, I'm Roddy, I've made a life for myself making music with Faith No More and then Imperial Teen. Faith No More is kind of on semi-permanent hiatus, and Imperial Teen is making a record slowly but definitely. Mickey Hart has penned a tribute to Phil Lesh, calling him, quote, singular and original, and nobody sounded like him. Penning the tribute to his longtime bandmate in the Grateful Dead, who passed away on Friday at the age of 84. Saying, quote, Phil Lesh changed my life. There are only a few people you meet in your lifetime that are special and important who help you grow spiritually as well as musically. He turned me on to the world's music, gave me my first Alaraca record when we lived on Belvedere Street, changing forever what I thought was musically possible. Phil was foremost an improvisationalist and taught me and all of us. He was larger than life, at the very center of the band and my ears, filling my brain with waves of bass. All those years, we rode the third rail together, creating something that cannot be defined in words. He was a master of a style he invented. He was singular and original. Nobody sounded like him. Nobody. He had wisdom. He was older and showed us the way. The surviving members of the Grateful Dead released a joint statement honoring Lesh, saying, quote, Phil Lesh was irreplaceable. In one note from the Phil Zone, you could hear and feel the world being born. His bass flowed like a river would flow. It went where their music took it. He was an explorer of inner and outer space who just happened to play bass. He was a circumnavigator of formerly unknown musical worlds and more. U2 have offered an update on the health of longtime drummer Larry Mullen Jr. Back in 2022, Mullen Jr. cited damage to his elbows, knees, and neck, which he got a chance to have a look at during COVID. He said, I'd like to take some time to get myself healed. While recovering from neck surgery, Mullen Jr. made the decision to pull out of playing U2's Las Vegas Sphere residency. The Edge saying, quote, the great news is Larry is getting better every week and we'll be making a racket with him in no time. So we're really excited about that. He was also asked about Mullen's experience watching U2 at their Vegas residency at the Sphere, saying, quote, I'd say he probably loved it on so many levels and also probably was like, I can't wait to get back there. Oops, sorry. Edsel Dope, who has been widely rumored to be Zero, the masked frontman from Static X, was asked in a recent interview about his role in helping Tony Campos, Ken J, and Koichi Fukuda keeping Static X's legacy alive. He said, I was always a big Static X fan, and the two bands have so much energy. We both came out in 99. If you look back at the touring that the two bands did as we were cutting our teeth, aside from Ozfest, practically every tour that the bands did, we did together. It was like Static X, Dope, Powerman 5000, Static X, Dope, Fear Factory, Static X, Dope, Seven Dust, Static X, Dope, By Ourselves. We did 250 shows together in the span of our first album. That's a lot of connectivity to those same fans. So I feel like I had a real clear vision as a fan and as a friend and as the band that, unlike Static X, who always had a major label, always had a big management firm, without all of that, and especially without their main guy, Wayne Static, that for lack of better words, were in unfamiliar territory. Whereas for me, I had built an independent infrastructure over the last several years. As a fan of Static X, I looked at sitting down with Tony and going, I think I can help you guys. With 20 years of building my own independent infrastructure, you can sort of put this through the same prism. He continued, I know how much I miss the band, and I know that I'm one of millions of fans that were wanting to get fucking hammered and listen to I'm With Stupid loud, live in a room, and going, when are we ever going to get those experiences again? Well, how can we change that and do it in the right way where people cannot feel guilty when they're smiling at a Static X show? Well, for us, it was important to figure out how to connect the fans and allow them to participate in a Static X experience without feeling guilty about it. Blondie have revealed that they'll be releasing a brand new album sometime in 2025. Co-founder, guitarist, and photographer Chris Stein took to his official Instagram to share a black and white photo of Debbie Harry sitting in the studio with the caption, New Blondie album next year. The band's last full-length album, Pollinator, came out in 2017, marking Blondie's 11th studio album. Mike Wengren from Disturbed in a recent interview talked about the band's upcoming 25th anniversary tour. The band is planning on playing The Sickness, their debut album, in full, followed by a set of their greatest hits. 3 Days Grace, Seven Dust, Nothing More, and Daughtry are providing support. He said, quote, we've already announced that basically it's going to be 2 acts. The first act is going to be The Sickness front to back. The second act is going to be the greatest hits. There are going to be plenty of surprises, especially from a production standpoint. We're planning on producing the biggest tour we've ever done. Lots of fire, lots of lights, lots of toys, and a lot of maybe some memorabilia and stuff from back in the day. Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver drummer Matt Sorum is mourning the death of his father, David William Sorum, who passed away over the weekend at the age of 91. Matt took to his official Instagram to share photos of his father. He included the message, for many years, I always took a photo of my father when I was leaving, as I was always worried I wouldn't see him again as he was aging. That being said, he fooled us for many years, pulling through on many a close call with his health. Today, I'm very sad to say that he has left us in the physical world to be with our Heavenly Father. His attitude towards life was always very positive, and he always joked about age skewing much younger. I say Dad was a prime example of the philosophy that age is what you make of it. Younger people gravitated towards him, and he was always the life of the party, a true character in every sense of the word. If he had stresses in his life, he never showed it and remained very carefree until the end. The hardest part from the last time we spoke was his body didn't hold up to his mind. I'm just glad that he got to see me happy and sober with my own family. He met my daughter Lou, and they had fun times together. We teach Lou spiritual values, and she knows about her grandpa in heaven and free of any pain. Ben Burnley from Breaking Benjamin was asked in a recent interview with Full Metal Jackie about the musical and thematic inspiration for the band's upcoming long-awaited follow-up to 2018's Ember album. Saying, quote, it's been the longest we've ever gone without putting out an album, but the strange thing is, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or not, but it doesn't seem like it's been that long. To me anyway, but it has been a long time. I think that a lot of that is just that we have every single album that comes out. There's just another whole album's worth of stuff. We have a lot of songs in our catalog, so it's kind of like it gets to the point we're not going to add any more to it just to add more to it. We need to keep true to the catalog. When I'm gone off of the earth, that's all that'll be left of me behind. It's my offspring, it's the music that I've left behind, and I want it to be really solid. POD vocalist Sonny Sandoval is set to publish his new book, Son of Southtown, My Life Between Two Worlds, coming out on February 25th from Baker Publishing Group. The following official description was provided for the book, which is available for pre-order on Amazon. Quote, born and raised in the streets of Southtown, 2 exits from the Mexico border, Sonny Sandoval was always going to do this his own way. And the frontman of the multi-platinum selling new metal band POD, a group too Christian for the world and too secular for the church, he has broken every mold, defied every expectation, and reached into the hearts and minds of hundreds of thousands of people who wanted to belong to something but never felt like they fit in. Sonny's life has always been one lived on the edge of two worlds, a line he has attempted to walk with integrity. Raw and uncut, this memoir tells the true story of growing up in the gritty beauty south of San Diego and his early musical influences and big breaks, his rise to fame, so many hardships and struggles along the way. And Ghost are expected to make a massive touring announcement today. We'll have the full rundown tomorrow. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 229, featuring Jeff Plate from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, is available now.